Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and the final spoiler video for the Goldie Box Spring 2025 box. This video should be posted on the first day of spring. Typically my box is customized on the first day of the season, so March 20th is the first day of spring. Typically the box would be customizing right now. Unfortunately, I have had a lot of grown child responsibilities and just life, and I have very serious things going on outside of work, YouTube, Goldie Box that I have to prioritize. And so this is the first season where we will not be customizing on the first day. However, I do think, because I know that I can edit this by the 20th based on when I am recording it, I do think that you will definitely be able to customize on a set date that I have now chosen. It is 4 days from now, so it is not too far. It is still 1 week before your build date, so you still have a week to change your mind if you want to cancel. Sometimes people customize and then they're like, you know, I don't know if I necessarily need this anymore, so I like to give that grace period, and you can always cancel your order. Maybe you didn't get what you wanted customizing or something like that as well. I really wanted it to be flexible. That's part of one of the things that I thought was important for Goldie Box when I was deciding what I didn't like about other boxes. So you still have that flexibility, you'll still have that 1 week period to decide, and I thought that that would be enough. So the customization will happen on Monday, March 24th, 4 days from when you're watching this video. It'll still be the same time of the day, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I like to keep that time. It works pretty well. I think some people probably are getting off work on the East Coast around 5, but it works pretty well so far for anybody. I haven't had any major complaints on the timing because it's like the middle of the day. So what you're really here for is the last 4 items. I will say that one item, and it is not the reason for the delay, but one item, they don't know if they're going to be able to ship it to me on time. So you might actually get 13 items instead of 12. If I get that confirmation before Monday, then you will get that item. I'll just do a special video where I go over all the items and then I include the extra one. I don't want to say that that's going to definitely happen. They're trying to find out with their suppliers, supply chain, whatever they need to do, and see if they can get it shipped to me. I request that they ship it by April 1st so that I have everything to ship out to you guys. I do have the sample. I can see it right there. It is a skincare item. I wish that I could share it, but I do not like to share something unless I am guaranteed the shipping, because I have had an issue before and then had to delay my shipping. So no longer delaying shipping, not worth it. But I always have a couple backup items, so there is a backup item in this set. And like I said, because I think there's not enough skincare in the box, I like to have 3 skincare items. If I can get that one, you'll have 13 to choose from this season. So fingers crossed, if you're someone who wants more options, fingers crossed that they notify me the next day or 2. They're supposed to let me know by tomorrow, but you never know with suppliers and companies, like, they have their own stuff going on as well. I think this last set has the most interesting items in this box. So items that I don't necessarily see in other boxes and just like unique. And I did save those for last. So the first one is from Towle Living, and it is a cheese set. It's a 3-piece cheese set, so it has 3 different items here, but they all have these cute little florals at the bottom, which is what I think makes them spring box appropriate. These are made of stainless steel, and then they have this, what they call, let me actually tell you what they call, matte stone wash finish, which I don't know if with the ring light it's picking it up, but you might see it kind of when I turn it like that. So I think it gives it some character, but it's not like super shiny stainless steel, if that makes any sense. And they're made in India. So 3-piece, this is their 3-piece cheese set. I'll also have some mini forks and mini spoons in the shop, but I thought the cheese set was just the most interesting because it's not all the same thing. So the forks will be like 4 small forks, 4 small spoons. They also have the little florals at the bottom, which I just love. I just think they're so super cute. The next item I also think is unique. It's very, like, it's stylistic, so if it's not your thing, it's totally understandable, but it is a velvet ring or earring box. And the inside just has this slot. I've been able to fit for stud earrings, I was able to fit 2 sets in here, but they were like small studs. And then you can also just fit a ring there. This is the Circle Velvet in cream. I wanted to ask in the comments down below because another option that I have is the Square Velvet in like a blush pink color. Pink is not my thing, which is why I went with the Circle, and she has let me know she has enough in the Circle, or I could do half and half. So if there's somebody out there who's really like, I don't want cream, or I really want the square version, and I'll put a photo up on screen, but I'm gonna let you guys decide. We have 4 days, so if I see enough where people are like, please do that, then I can half and half it, and we can just have both options available when you guys customize. For the next product, you're actually gonna get 2 different flavors. I thought, because they are MSRP of $20, I did think about doing it as a choice. Like you could choose cherry or you could choose peach. This is from Pierre Cosmetics. This is their infused lip oils. So they have it on their website as like a fruit infused lip oil. And I have talked a lot on this channel about why I don't use chapstick, and that sitting on top of your lips when your lips are already dry is actually making the problem worse. That you actually want something that will penetrate your lips and give it moisture from within and actually increase hydration. So lip oils or certain lip balms that aren't completely occlusives are going to do that for you. This is one of the lip oils that I personally use. So if you have dry lips, this is one that really works for you. It does still have mineral oil as one of the ingredients, so that is gonna sit on top of your lips, but it has a lot of ingredients that hydrate your lips as well. These do have fragrance. Fragrance is usually not like, for me, it's not a favorite ingredient because it can have different types of, you know, chemicals or whatever. They just write the word fragrance. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's completely natural when it says that. And legally, because of a trade secret, a fragrance scent is a trade secret, so they don't have to disclose it. And so some brands get away with putting stuff in their fragrance that they want in their product and they don't want you to know what it is. I completely understand if it's not your thing. You will get 2. I did work with them till I could get a price that I could get you to have both of these. And they have a little bit of color as well, so you can use this if you want to. This is the cherry, and I'll put it on my bottom lip so you can see it start to red it up a little compared to my top lip. So, and it has a cherry scent. I wouldn't say it has a cherry flavor, it's the fragrance that's causing it, but it has a cherry scent, or there's peach. So you can have this pink color, which you can see on my lips right now. It's a very light color, or this peachy color. Both of them are very spring. I like the fact that they're fruit scented, even though you've already got my information on that. How do I feel about fragrance? I still feel that way about fragrance, even when the products that I present to you have fragrance in them. Lip oil in peach and lip oil in cherry. You get both. It is not a either or. You get both if you choose this one. And last but not least, by the way, if you want to know what was the replacement product for that skincare, it is the ring box. I've been wanting to put the ring box in. I trialed the emerald color in a square for winter, but then I ended up not choosing it for winter because I chose other things. So that is the item that's replacing the other item that may or may not come later. But in case you were wondering, it is not this last item. This last item was always going to be a spring item. And it is a paper item, and you do have a choice in this one. So it has 5 different sets here. One is about anxiety. So it says anxious but cute, overthinking, and then this little cute sun cloud that says my anxiety is as high as my expectations. And then this little, these are kind of like bookmarks that you put to, or tabs, your anxiety is lying to you, and then contains anxious thoughts, this little notepad. So these 4 are sticky pads. And they're all connected on one back pad, but you can actually separate them. So now you have this pad completely separately from his brother's. You could do that also with the sticky notepad. So you don't have to keep them all together. You could keep them all together if you just want them on your desk all as one, but you could also use them one at a time, grocery lists, or whatever you need. So the first one is about anxiety. That's your first choice. And the second one is about sarcasm. They're both just kind of funny and silly, and I do like to have a paper product, so this says, a bright ray of sarcasm on this one. Sorry, I'm so hilarious, and sarcasm is how I hug, with a little upside down smiley face. This one says, no shit Sherlock, so maybe depends on, I don't mind the S word there, but it depends on if you're gifting this to a kid or something, maybe not. Sarcasm is another one of my great personality traits down here with this little crisscross. So you do have both options. I think they're both funny. I think they're both fun. And you can choose both if you want both. Whenever there's two options, you can choose both. Like I said, this one you're getting both, you're not choosing. This one you're choosing. For the earrings, you're choosing. And for the candles, you're choosing, but anything where you have to choose between two items, you can choose both scents, flavors, varieties, options. So that is your last, maybe last video. I feel like I'm like so hopeful that I keep saying it, but I was like, maybe I should cut that out. Maybe I shouldn't tell you guys that there might be another skincare item. I like to have 3 skincare items, and so I'm a little bummed that they're still trying to work out their logistics because, of course, I want to just get this video out to you. But I knew I was going to have a backup plan just in case because it's a company that's been harder to connect with. So if it works, it works. If it doesn't, then that'll be in the next box, and maybe I'll give you an extra skincare in our summer box because we have some more cosmetic but less skincare in this box. And I have my skincare bears and my home bears, and they fight, and they're like, we want more home items, we want more skincare. They don't fight. We don't fight. All bears love each other. But I see it in my comments where someone's like, this box was way too much skincare, and then they want home items, and then when I switch it, it was the other way. So I do like to create a balance because I know that I have 2 teams out there. I don't even know if I'm a team. I do get beauty boxes outside of this, but I also get some lifestyle boxes. So, but I feel like I may be more on skincare overload than home item overload, but I just love skincare. So it's hard to choose. I'm on both teams. I'm on both your guys' teams. Let me know down in the comments below if any of these items are definitely going in your box, what your favorite item is so far of the 12 that you've seen. And I say so far only because there might be one more, but this might also be it. So I would make your list right now as if this is it. You have 4 days to decide. And then if for some reason tomorrow I get an extra, thumbs up, then you might have an extra option to choose from, and so that would be great. Let me know though what you're looking at, what you're thinking about, how you're feeling about the spring box. Thank you guys so much for all your understanding. You'll also receive an email that's telling you this is going to be the customization date. If you are part of the text group, the text alerts group, you've already received an alert that told you that the date changed and that spoilers are coming soon. So I will be sending this spoiler video and spoiler text alert and all of that out, and I might mention it in that as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.